Alright, questions for Seamus part 3. What do you know about organization? Are you organized? I heard you lose things a lot. Yeah, I lose things a lot because I have zero short-term memory. But I am organized. Making a website is really good for keeping you organized when it's really complex, to put folders within folders. But I guess that's a little bit different from organization. In my car, yeah, I still haven't really gotten myself totally organized with my car because I haven't, like, I'm still trying to get myself in the habit of cooking every day, every morning and every night. I've been eating out, and it's been way more expensive than it would be if I just cooked for myself. So okay, let's see here. What have you done to improve your knowledge in the last year, and why do you do this? In the last year, I've been doing history, pretty much exclusively history. Why am I interested in history? Well, that's kind of the motivation for my timeline, and I'll put that in the timeline video. But yeah, I think it's possible to know everything that happened in history, and you can trace all the events, event after event after event. And you can get to the point where when you're in each, like, decade, you could have, like, a personal relationship with each decade in history and kind of feel like you were there, you know? And I think one important thing about remembering that is, or really thing that'll help you learn that thoroughly, is actually believe in reincarnation and feel that you actually were there, you know? And when you die and you're up in spirit world, you can see, I think you can see all that stuff. You can see the history and the path of the world and everything, and kind of remember all your past lives there briefly, until you get bored with that and then you want to come down again. So, yeah, I think it's kind of like reconnecting with your higher mind, if you can actually study history and learn all that other parts, and kind of remember that, you know, no matter where you are in history, you're always a person, and you're always you, and so it's, you know, people in the past aren't really as different as they are now. And yeah, and also to study all the different people, you know, the different players. We have a habit as stupid humans, as like us and them mentality, like it's us and we're the good guys and everybody else is gonna burn in hell forever and they're monsters. And so you don't even attempt to, like, figure out why the other side does the things that they do. And that's something that historians are really good at. They can figure out why all the sides do what they do. And if you can figure that out, you can kind of figure out human beings when you empathize with all sides. And so when you study history, you can just basically, you're really telling a story of everything, you know, psychology and how technology changes everything, how everything's related, you know, when one new invention comes along, how new technology comes along. I mean, new laws come about and the social structure has to change, and yeah, and so then you can, you know, it'll help us actually figure out where we are in history now and what we need to do to be successful in the future. So yeah, history is a very undervalued subject, you know. We never studied enough history in class. It was all math. They're all trying to fucking make us rocket scientists in high school. It's completely insane. Alright. Why do you want to work so hard on a timeline? What is your purpose for this? I want to work so hard on my timeline for those reasons I just said, and also because it's fun. It's addictive. Especially now that I'm not goal-oriented with it anymore. It was kind of got difficult at times when I was goal-oriented with it because, you know, I'd be sitting there and my legs would hurt and I'd have to pee and I'd be, like, stuck there like a fucking, with lockjaw, like a fucking Rottweiler biting on something it can't let go. But now that I have all of my information dragged onto all of my different pages, I can just kind of work on whatever page that I'm on and just work on it forever, and at the end of the day, I don't even remember what work I did. All I know is that I did work, and it I can balance it out, you know, and I can finally get some exercise so that I can breathe at night. And feel better physically during the day. And also, I think I think other people will gain value in it. They'll look at it and they'll learn how to, you know, if I give tutorials on how to look at it without being like overwhelmed and stuff, people can use it. It'll basically be, I don't see how any other thing, you know, Wikipedia or anything could be a better tool for learning history than my timeline. Do you know anyone who has done this before? Vlogs? Nope, I don't know anybody who does daily vlogs. There's one other guy who has a video living in the van, like Jeff the Canuck. Every time I go into YouTube, it's got like that saying that I should subscribe to him, but yeah. But I've seen a couple of his videos. It's just kind of him like, hey, look, here I am. I don't know why I have so many subscribers. Let's see here. What made you do this 2 days after Amsterdam so quick? Why did I live in my van? Well, when I flew back from Amsterdam, my mom doesn't. Well, actually, no, that's not the reason. I had that mountain bike race to do, and I wanted to go there right away to ride around the course and figure out the good lines to do. And I did that for a couple of days, but then my bike broke, and I didn't want to ride the other bike with zero suspension because it was so bumpy out there. So I just hung out in Moab the whole time, painting my bike. Should have been stretching. But yeah, that's why I left just 2 days after Amsterdam. Okay. What kind of salary do you need for van travel? I would need, like, so far, like $1,000 a month. Spending exactly about $1,000 a month, you know, or maybe even a little bit more. But if you're really good, man, you could do it for less. I think I'm going to start spending less pretty soon. If you cook for yourself, especially if you cook for yourself, you don't eat much. You could do it for really cheaply, man. I don't know how cheap, but I mean, if you're really good, like a super disciplined, I don't know, man, $100 a month. Well, I guess you have to fill the gas tank up. Fill the gas tank up twice a month. That's $100 a month for gas. $200 a month, maybe. Another 100 for food, if you're like totally hardcore. But a normal person would probably need about $1,000 a month, you know, to live fun and stuff. I would think. But I'll let you know how much I spend, man. I'll let you know exactly how much I spend. I'll get better at remembering that kind of stuff. What made you do this? Okay, what kind of... Are you a team player? Would you survive in space station with others for 6 months? I hear your ego gets in the way. And would it, with people superior in intelligence than you? Dude, there's nobody superior in intelligence than me. I'm the smartest person in the world. Now, if you're talking about, like, math type of intelligence and, like, learning, like, how the fucking stock market works and shit like this, I don't get jealous. That's what you're talking about. I heard your ego gets in the way. My ego, I never said that. My ego never gets in the way. I'm a great team player. I do great. Although I have had problems with team stuff. It'd have to be cool people. It'd have to be smart people. I get along great with smart, cool people. But if it's like, you know, people with problems who've got like bug up their ass and don't like me because I'm fucking me, then yeah, that wouldn't work. But I don't think they would. If somebody had people to get up and live in a space station, they'd only get smart people. But I don't think they'd ever choose me anyway. I'm not mainstream enough. But yeah, if you get smart people, yeah, it'll work out great. If you get like average to stupid people, yeah, it might not work out very well. But you know, if it's like life or death, you just keep to yourself, you know. What is your philosophy towards work? Alright, well, if it's a job, a normal job you show up at, you show up on time and do your job right. I show up on time all the time, and oh yeah, do what you say you're gonna do, and don't fucking lie. Yeah, don't lie. If you lie in this working world, you're a scumbag. And show up on time. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to show up on time. And if you don't get along with the people you work with, quit that fucking job, dude. Seriously. Don't work with people you don't get along with. That's the last thing you want to do. It's better to have a worse job that pays less and is less fun than to have to deal with people who you don't get along with. For me, my work is basically, you know, sitting around working on my timeline, working by myself, and I just do that whenever I can. Whenever I have the time, and kind of get going, pick up on it when I have the time, and stop it when I want to stop it. And I think work is going to eventually become more and more like that as time goes on. People working on their own schedules, just you know, getting paid for the task and not the hours. Getting paid for the hours is really only a new concept anyway, since the Industrial Revolution. Before that, people would get paid by the task all the time. So I think it's going to go back to that. You know, unless you're like some jobs, you know, like a cashier at a supermarket or something. If you had enough money to retire right now, would you, or would you do stuff? If I had like $100,000, I would, the next time October rolls around, I'd do that kayak trip, dude. I swear to God, I'd totally do that kayak trip. But I think I'd be doing what I'm doing, only I'd hire people to help me to get it done quicker with my timeline. Yeah. Depends on how much money we're talking, you know. Stuff changes depending on how much money you have. If I had like a little bit more money, like if I was getting say $2,000 a month instead of $1,000, I'd be traveling around more. I'd be doing a lot more driving. I'd see all of America quicker. If NASA asked you to join the team, would you have the balls to go up there? Yeah, I'd go up into space. You know, it's not dangerous. Only 2 shuttles have crashed. Have you ever been asked to leave a position? No, I've never been asked to leave a position. I've been not hired back on positions before, but I've never been actually, like, fired. Well, I guess English teaching back in Santiago. This guy fired me because I forgot to show up to a class once. And before that, I forgot to bring my backpack to one, which was weird. I've never done that in my entire life. Explain how you would be an asset to YouTube. How I would be an asset to YouTube? I think I am an asset to YouTube. YouTube, the philosophy of YouTube is YouTube broadcast yourself, you know? That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the YouTube thing. I'm broadcasting myself. I'm not fucking uploading videos from network TV, you know? Breaking the law, copyright law. Broadcasting myself. I think the main asset I am to, well, I think all my videos are really cool. You know, travel videos, you see the vantage point. I say where I am and I shoot all the different directions, and so it's kind of like you're there, and then I zoom in on things. And then I go somewhere else and I'm like, yeah, that's where I was last time we shot, and now here's shooting down the other video, and then I show the map of where we are in the map. And so I think mainly it's just basically showing other people cool ways to shoot video. You know, they can get ideas on how to shoot video the way that I do it. You know, like from the van logs to the exercise videos, basically giving people ideas. You know, I think that's the biggest asset I am. Okay, what irritates you about coworkers when you work? Let's see here. Well, I don't like it when fucking workers accuse me of not being a good worker. I was a furniture mover a few years ago, 10 years ago, and somebody accused me of like not being a good worker. That fucking pissed me off. That's the last thing you want to tell me, that I'm not a good worker, because I'm the best worker. Yeah, and then also pay me. You gotta pay me what you say you're gonna pay me. That's not right. Yeah, and then when you're like talking and telling stuff, if you're talking to the other guy and not me, I don't like that. Let's see here. What is your greatest strength? My greatest strength? Ooh. I got a lot of strengths, but my greatest of all of them is my creativity. I have ideas. I've always got new ideas on new ways to do stuff all the time. And I think that's a cool strength to have. Yeah, the stuff you can see on my website, you know, and stuff I talk about and stuff like that, stuff that I do. Tell me about your dream job. My dream job would be doing what I do, just making educational materials and like online, working on my website and creating maps, educational maps and educational and political maps, and actually like getting paid for it, you know, like with the, I guess the Google AdSense, maybe with my videos and my website. The ads haven't showed up on my website forever, and I need to figure out what's going on with that, why they haven't been showing up. I made $12 on that in the last like 7 years or whatever it's been up. But the ads haven't been around for a while. So I think I'd like to be a politician though. Later on, after I have everything figured out, I might want to get into politics. Okay. What kind of person would you refuse to be in the room with? Somebody who, like, I knew ripped me off. Or somebody who I had who, like, you know, was like an enemy of mine, like, freaked out on me and I know talked trash about me and, like, actually, like, affected something, you know, like, fucked me over in some way. What is more important to you, the money or the work? Well, it depends on, if I have enough money to live, you know, and live in my van and cook my own food, then the work is more important. I am really looking forward to the final product of my timeline. That's my work right now, and when that's out, dude, and I do my history videos and everything, I'm gonna like feel like I think I'm gonna know like everything about history, like exactly what every the effects of every single invention, you know, patterns of social patterns and all kinds of stuff that, you know, I don't know right now. And then plug it into what's going on now, and then actually predict the future, and then decide what laws we need to make. It's going to be trippy. It's going to be awesome when that timeline is done, dude. How well do you work under pressure? I work fine under pressure. Tell me about the most fun you have had on the job. Well, working on my timeline is pretty fun. One job that I had that was really fun was washing windows in Boulder. That was really fun because I get to like get exercise and run around on people's houses and check out the scenery from up there, and then go inside people's houses and carry ladders around, and that was fun, dude. I'd totally be a window washer again. English teaching was pretty fun. Conversation classes and stuff. But I can't really think of any specific time that was fun on the job. What has been your biggest disappointment? My dad died when I was 23. That's a pretty big disappointment. Got my oil royalty money from that, though. Yeah, I'd have to say that's my biggest disappointment. Back in '97. What do you love? Who do you love most? I'd have to say my mother. My mother is amazing. She's always, you know, she's working on the whole oil stuff. Got that away from the accountant and figured it all out for herself. And you know, myself or my two brothers wouldn't do anything about it. And doesn't charge us for it. If she charged us, we'd be broke. And just, yeah, does whatever I ask her to, you know. Signed in the papers to be the, like, guardian or whatever for my wife and kid, and drove them to the airport when she went back, and picks me up at the airport every time, and, like, yeah, just basically bends over backwards for me, does everything for me. Treats me like I'm 15 years old, taking care of me and stuff, you know, calls me a lot. She's always like, I love you, and yeah, she's amazing. She's my hero. Even though I can't really always have, like, the most in-depth conversations with her all the time. She gets, like, stressed out. Okay. What do you love most? I love my history timeline the most. I'm sucked into it like a fly on shit. How long do you think you will live? Probably not that long. I have asthma, dude. I'll probably die of an asthma attack. I almost died once in Chile and then once in Argentina. If it keeps up like this, I'll probably make it to about 50 or 60. But if my asthma suddenly goes away or I find a cure or whatever, maybe I'll live to past 100, you know, with the new technology they have. Get little nanobots to clean out the veins and super nutrients. I don't have the money to buy like all these like nutrient vitamins and stuff, which I think is the key if you want to live a long time, to keep popping those vitamins so you get all of your nutrients in at the proper time and keep all of your bones filled up. Like rich people are gonna live a long ass time, like way past 100 from now on. I guarantee it. But I don't know if I will. If I have the money to buy that kind of stuff, if I get a job, I'd have the money. Maybe I could live, yeah, past 100, 200. You know, long ass time. Have you ever imagined to be a girl for a week? I guess I probably have at one point or another. What would that be like? It'd probably be more familiar than you think, you know. You just snap into back when you were a girl in a past life, you know. Yeah, that'd be interesting though, huh? See what things would be different. Your body you'd be a lot more limber, I think. You'd find you're a lot more limber and a lot more like volatile, the body, you know. I think as far as temperature, you get the hot flashes and then you're warm, and then I don't know. I don't really know, dude. Oh, and emotionally, obviously. If you're there in the wrong week, that'd be interesting. If placed in a war, would you shot a gun? Well, if you know, I guess if you're getting invaded by another country and they're in your home turf, and it's like you fight or die, or you know, become a slave or whatever. It's all I guess in the right circumstances I would, but I wouldn't shoot a gun in any of the wars now. Like if they drafted me, dude, isn't that crazy to think that they fucking draft? I don't know about Seamus is Canadian. I don't know about Canada, but in America, dude, Americans were getting fucking drafted in the Vietnam War as late as like 75. It's just crazy. Yeah, we're gonna send you over to Vietnam, whether you like it or not, to like, because we don't like how they have their government there. Fucking ridiculous. I wouldn't, if they forced me there somehow, I wouldn't shoot a gun. Fuck that. I'd just like take off all my clothes and smoke weed under like a tree or something. You know, if they're like, we're gonna kill you then, I'd be like, alright, whatever, just kill me. I don't know what I'd do. No, dude, I wouldn't want to go over there and shoot gooks. Fuck that. Maybe I'd just rather die. But you know, it depends on the situation. That's a hard question. Do you kill bugs? Fuck yeah, I kill mosquitoes. Hell yeah. I don't kill spiders though. I don't kill stuff that's big. Actually, the only bug that I do kill is mosquitoes because they bite. Everything else I don't kill. What do you think of Ted Bundy? He's the guy who killed serial killer. Yeah, serial killers. Well, I don't think they should give him the death penalty. I don't think the death penalty should exist. But I think Ted Bundy should have gone to jail. Those people need to go to jail and stay in jail the rest of their lives without any option of parole or anything. Just throw them in jail forever. Don't ever let them out. Serial killers. Don't ever let them out. I don't know if they've done that before, but I don't think they should kill him. I think maybe he was killing people because he just felt like he felt like he wasn't a human being, and he was a monster, probably raised really bad, like fundamentalist Christians telling him that everybody else is going to burn in hell. Got in his idea that everybody's going to burn in hell anyway, so you might as well kill people here because it doesn't even matter. Yeah, fundamentalist Christianity is fucking evil. Closest thing to evil you can imagine. Trying to help other people burn in hell for all of eternity. What do you think of questions like this? Is it worth sending people this? Yeah. If I start getting like the same questions over and over, I don't think I'd be like, just watch the other video. I answered that question in the other video, but if somebody asks a question that I've never heard before, yeah, I'd do it. Yeah, we're sending. Ooh, 27 minutes. All right. I still have like another half hour to comb my hair.